Dear viewers and listeners, welcome to another episode of the podcast series for the QuantiFarm project. Today we are pleased to welcome my colleague Dimitris Fotakidis from our partner reframe.food, an organization dedicated to revolutionizing the agri-food sector through innovation, technology, and of course, commitment to food sustainability. Welcome Dimitris and thank you very much for being here today.
Hello Nefeli, thank you for having me.
As we know, reframe.food plays a key role in communicating QuantiFarm's message about the importance of adopting DATSs, or digital agriculture technology solutions as we call them within QuantiFarm, and of course advancing the digitalization agriculture. To make this message impactful, it is essential to understand which the core audience is. So, to start our discussion, could you mention which is the main audience of the QuantiFarm project?
Yeah, sure. So, QuantiFarm has a very diverse audience. We're using an approach that is called multi-actor approach, but also a bottom-up, meaning that we want, first of all, to engage all the different stakeholders from the agricultural value chain. But we have the farmers, the agri-cooperatives, and the agricultural advisors at core, since this is actually end users of the tools that we're preparing. Of course, we are also engaged with industrial associations, with private sector that is active in the agriculture domain, since they are helping us to further scale up all the tools that we're creating. The project is a research project, so we're also very engaged with research institutions and academia in order to create new scientific knowledge that can go the domain scientifically further. Policymakers are also very core in the project. Our ultimate goal is also to help the policymakers create new strategies that can help the farmers to more easily adopt tools like the QuantiFarm toolkit and help them adopt it in their daily routines. And also, we want to have as a final target group, let me call it like that, the whole society. So we want whatever we're producing to actually have an impact to everybody, pretty much, to the consumers, to the citizens, to everybody.
Thank you very much for your answer. As I can understand, you are covering a wide range of stakeholders, from farmers to society, and of course policymakers, which is a very important stakeholder group within QuantiFarm. Let me ask you something. How do you reach these stakeholder groups?
This is pretty much the most challenging part of our role, at least. So, as you can understand, it's not the same to speak with a farmer, and it's not the same to speak with a public authority or a policymaker. So, we are trying to utilize all the different means and measures we can in order to, first of all, reach all these different target groups, and of course also make it easier for them to understand what we're doing in the project, how they can be an actual end user. So just to give you some examples, if we want to communicate with farmers, we usually attend exhibitions, fairs, industrial events. When we want to discuss with policymakers, you cannot find them in exhibitions. So usually we are creating policy-focused events, we are organizing them, or we are also participating in some that are already organized. That goes to national events, regional events, but also European-wide events. We are using all the different digital media that we can. For example, we have a lot of social media that are very active. So we utilize YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. As I told you, we are using tailor-made messages in order to communicate with all the different target groups. And that also goes to the social media that we're using. We are not engaging with farmers through LinkedIn. We are using Instagram or other means. We are also having a website that is very active, and we are updating constantly with updates of the project and advancements. We are sending press releases, newsletters. So we are trying to use all the different measures that we can in order to make sure that everybody can actually, first of all, understand what is the QuantiFarm project and what can be a use for them. So just to give you an estimation, we are now being in communication with 100,000 different stakeholders. through all these different media and physical events, exhibitions, and so on so far.
So I'm hearing some impressive numbers which speak by themselves, and congratulations on that. Now I would like us to focus on what happens after these stakeholders learn about the project's innovative solutions and tools. How can they access them?
Thank you so much, but of course we say we reached to 100,000 stakeholders. That doesn't mean that we're going to stop. Okay, we are going to continue our efforts in order to pass the message about the project and its result to as many people as we can. To answer your question, so far we focused more in communicating the project and what we're trying to do. It was more what is our plans. So now we're going to focus more on the actual tools that we're developing. For example, the QuantiFarm toolkit is already open. It's available to everybody in our website. Everybody can use it. As I told you, open and available to everybody. This is not something that we decided. This is something that the European Commission mandates, meaning that whatever we're producing in the project is open and free of charge to everybody. For the moment, it's a toolkit. We're going to have also the Digital Innovation Academy that it's also going to be open and free for everybody. But our goal is not to stop when the project stops. So sustainability is a very key part of our work. We're trying to, all the tools that we're preparing to be open for everybody whenever they want to use it, for whatever reason they want to use it. So we have, for example, the farmers that can actually utilize the toolkit, adopt it, and put it in their daily routines. A software company, for example, can actually take the software that we have developed, create new modules, create a new software in a way using that. So everything is open and everything is for use from everybody.
Thank you very much. And as I imagine, all these innovative solutions require a lot of time. It's a long process to go there and of course involve a lot of people. So I would like to ask you, are these tools a product of collaboration?
Yeah, sure, but it's not only collaboration inside the consortium. So QuantiFarm is a big project with a lot of partners. Everybody's working together in order to produce these tools. But we didn't start it from scratch. We didn't invent the wheel. So there are things that were that happened before us. So for example, when we were creating the QuantiFarm toolkit, we utilized insights from other projects like the Smart Taxis project. And our goal during the implementation of the project is also to discuss with other projects how they are doing things, how they can help us, how we can help them, and so on. To give you some numbers, we are now in active collaboration with 10 different European projects where we discuss with them, first of all, to be sure that we're not doing overlapping work, meaning that we're doing pretty much the same things with a different scope. This is something that we want to avoid, but also to see how they are doing things and how we can make our work more efficient and make it better for further use.
So I understand that collaboration is key for QuantiFarm and of course for all European projects. And now I would like to ask you one more question before we close our discussion. What can we expect from reframe.food in the coming months with regard, of course, to the QuantiFarm project?
Yeah. As I told you, in the first period of the project, we are now in the third year of the project. In the first period, we focused more on communicating our plans and the first results that we had. So in the second period, our plan is to put forward all the results that we're having. The Digital Innovation Academy is almost completed. It will be up in the next period. So we want actually to help people understand our results, hopefully use them, and hopefully adopt them. As I told you, so far we didn't engage too much with policymakers because we wanted to have at least some results to show to them. So in the next period, we are going to have a lot of policy events, policy-focused events, in order to discuss with them and see how we can actually provide recommendations to them on creating more efficient strategies in order to help the farmers easily adopt and utilize tools like the QuantiFarm toolkit. Of course, now that we have some results, it's also our goal to create some scientific papers. So, okay, we are a research project, as I told you, so our goal is to put the scientific part of the project a bit further, create some new knowledge that can actually be utilized also from other scientific partners. Of course, we also have in our plan to, in the project, we have 30 test cases in 20 different European countries. And these test cases are going to help us put extra users in the tools that we're creating, just to be sure that they are actually covering all the needs of the farmers. So in this period, we're going to do a lot of study visits, discuss a lot with farmers in the test cases that we have, validate, revalidate, to be more precise, the tools, and update them in order to be more efficient and more robust. Also, we are going to have another podcast series like the one that we are doing now that will be more focused on this part. So the test cases, the results of the project, more focused to what we have developed and how this can be actually used by different stakeholders.
Thank you very much. In a nutshell, what you're trying to do in the next period for the QuantiFarm project is engage policymakers, of course, also produce more results, focus more on the user and give them what they want, because that's what QuantiFarm is all about. Mm-hmm. And of course, extend your communication strategy, as I understand.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you very much for this discussion, and thank you very much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
And as for you, dear viewers and listeners, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube for more videos like this, and stay up to date on our social media accounts.